Hey, it's Catalina, and I thought I would go ahead and do a new video on planting in this stuff here in the Boon bonsai soil mix. And I got a couple different plants that I'm going to be planting, and they're all trailers. I have these trailers that I'm going to be doing, and I also have this little self-watering pot. Look at how cute! Yay! It's a little teapot. I've already got it all prepared, and we're going to be doing a Petrocosmea. It's already been trimmed down. It was a lot bigger, so it's already been trimmed down. The roots have already been freed of the soil mix that it was in. It was already in a light soil mix with perlite, and that's already all done. And what I am going to be doing is getting these guys done, because these guys were in a light soil and perlite leca kind of mix. So when I get these all prepared, then I'm going to stick them in this cup to help them get kind of situated, I guess, so that way they don't get limp, I guess. Flaccid? Yeah, I like flaccid better. Okay, and this is water. This is water and quick start, which is this is actually the best. This is the best method that I like to keep leaves from getting flaccid and rejuvenated, so to speak. And also, bags. This is my favorite method. As you all know, I have spoken to you guys about this regularly. So this is just my regular method for growing all of my my African violets, or anything really. I've got a lot of different other methods, not methods, but I've got a different other plants propagating in this exact sphagnum right here in bags. So you're wondering, like, hey, that Petrocosmea, like, why is it so small? What'd you do with the rest of it? Well, leaves. I'll get to that too. We will put them in here. I'll do that. I'll show you how we're doing that too. So we'll get all down to that. I've already cleaned all of the Boon bonsai mix. I've already stuck it in here and rinsed it off. And what I use to rinse it off is a colander. This is my favorite thing. It's just a regular, just out of the kitchen. But I like this because it closes, and the holes are small. And when I'm done with this, rinsing it, should I say, then it just closes like so. And it fits perfectly right over the top of this cup. And then you just go like that. Like that. And not a drop of it gets spilled out everywhere. And you can kind of open it up. It pours out. And then you can be like, woo, woo, woo. Anyway, it's not technical. I mean, there's nothing technical about it. It's just straight from the kitchen. Okay. Again, I use my sulfur mix. Just put a tad of sulfur in, so that way it keeps the powdery mildew away. Any pests away. You want to always assume the worst for any future pests. It does more than powdery mildew. It helps for all kinds of things. As it says, powdery mildew, you know, mites, thrips, all that good stuff, scale. But I also use our favorite Marathon. Marathon is my favorite. So I also put that in there too. We'll be doing that process too. And from a previous video, I still have my mix from the, you know, I always search for words, but anyway, from the mix. Okay. I use that with the turkey baster and this. This is my favorite. Okay. Also for new things, this. Put a little bit of this on the roots to help it along. Favorite stuff. Just a little bit. And that helps that out. And alcohol. Okay? We use that anytime we are going to be cutting stuff. Like leaves. Scissors. And we're going to be scraping off the sides a little bit. Yes, you can use your nail, but I always like to use tools. Earwax tools. I just do that also because I use aeroid. I do a lot of aeroid stuff, and I have to clean chunks and stuff. So I don't know. I just use this a lot. So the video might be kind of long. If you want to head on out, you can. If you want to skip ahead, skip ahead. The choice is up to you. Okay. So here we go. Okay. So we've got a lot of leaves here. These are Petrocosmea leaves. We're going to take out the Petrocosmea leaves because the Petrocosmea leaves, let me use a stand here. There we go. No, that's not going to work. Hold on. Okay, this might help. Okay, taking out the Petrocosmea leaves because we're going to do that later. Okay. Just to make sure that this is clean, scissors. You always want to make sure that your scissors are clean. Previously, I never really cleaned my scissors. I never really had a problem with like getting infections or anything, but I just want to say I probably considered myself lucky. So I got a washcloth here. I'm going to spray alcohol on the scissors, and I'm going to clean them off. There we go. Okay. So I've got one of my babies here. It's a real little baby. Just trimming up the leaves here. So that way it's going to, you know, just live better. Okay, and then where is it going? It's going to sit in this quick start and water solution while I'm doing other stuff. Just so that way it can stay hydrated and not really go flaccid. Okay. Now, I'm saving all leca. That's the nice thing about switching over to semi-hydro is once you buy your leca, you never have to, well, I mean, you're always going to be buying leca because if you're like me, you're always buying plants. But you're always recycling your leca too. So you just don't throw it away. You clean it up and you reuse it. Okay, so these guys, I'm going to clean them up the best I can here. They're so cute. These ones, cat hair. Not for my cat. My cat's a Sphinx, and she's the cutest Sphinx ever. Her name is Tavali. And she's sleeping under the blankets right now. Thus, no hair. Yeah. These are my daughter's cats. Cat hair, should I say. Okay. I'm not separating them because there's no need. They're trailers. But I'm just cleaning up all. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour, I got this tray here, on this section over here. When I'm done, I'm going to put water. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. Let me get these guys over here. Put them over here. All my trailer babies over here. Trailer babies over here. Trailer babies over here. I posted a picture of all these trailer babies. Okay. Soil, we don't need this soil. Let me drink this coffee real quick. That way I can put soil in here. This is the best coffee cup ever, by the way. Look at how huge it is. It's like the size of my face. Okay, now I can put soil there. So that way I can put water on there, in there, and then I can kind of clean them out. I wish I had a sink in my desk. Wouldn't that be rad? Because I do everything in my room. I smoked and toked. No, I don't do that in my room. I mean, we're in Oregon. We're a legal state, so I don't do that because I have my collectibles here, so I don't want to get, like, you know, stuff on them. So, no, I don't do any of that here. But anyway, okay. Here. Okay, so we've got water in here. Okay. Okay, so now we have a tray of water on this side. Okay. I think you can see this side now. Okay. Now, think this is pretty good now. I mean, these babies were grown in sphagnum, so they really don't have like a whole lot of soil like in the roots a whole lot, so they're good. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty good. That's good enough. Okay. That's perfect. Whoa. Let's put right there. Okay. Now, it's going to go into the quick start solution. You can see it here. This giant glass that I got at Goodwill for a couple bucks. Okay, next trailer baby. Actually, I don't even think this is a trailer baby. This is sus. I think you snuck into the pack, little dude. This guy snuck in. He's like, they're living a good life. I'm gonna sneak in. They're living so good. I think it was a leaf that fell in somehow. Who are you? It's forever gonna be until it blooms. I really don't grow very many plants. I only really grow minis, so once it blooms, I'll know who this thing is. All my plants are people. Okay. I'll know who this one is soon. Sus. Kind of looks like Max. Nah. It's too wide. Too wide leaf. See? Pretty symmetric though, look at it. Look at how cute. I don't think it's a trailer. It's not a trailer. It's like they're living a good life. They're so cute. I want to be like them. Oh. It's got good variegation though. What? Okay, I'm filming a video, baby. It is. Can you please go? It is. It is. Can you please go? I'll show you when I'm done, okay? It's not a YouTube channel. I can't find it on YouTube. Okay. Cat hair. Let me show you up front. Look how cute that is. Now I'm going to have to go through all my tags. Ay, Dios mío. Okay. This one is super cute. Okay, we got Lekka in here. Lekka. Take this one out. Yeah, this is the trailer. I see baby crown. here. This one's cute. This one's been here for a bit. It's got lots of soil. So I'm going to try to speed it up so that way I'm not wasting all your time. It's 20 minutes. Okay. Okay. Try to speed it up. She's doing good. It did have a tag in here though, and I do know which one this one is. This one is, I can't give the name of this one because it doesn't have a name yet. All I can say is it's a hunter's. Your daddy has to name you. So it doesn't really have a name. She blooms a lot though. She has really pretty blooms. Her blooms are, they're like a purple with like purple specks everywhere, and he just needs to get on it. That's all I can say, because this has been around for a bit, y'all. For a bit. Okay. Gonna do this one was directly underneath the lights, and I've grown it in different types of environments. When I first got it, it didn't necessarily like it in just straight up soil, in my house anyway. And then I put it in this real bulky mix with leca and the self-watering pot and directly under the lights, and it really liked it. That's when it started giving me all these like deep, like, see these leaves, how they're like that, and they have like this other kind of like lines. It started doing that, and then that's when the flowers started getting more like speckled with purple. Then it started doing that, and then I really loved it. That's a Monopoly piece I found. Thank you. And can you close the door? Thank you. Can you close the door, baby? No. Because you're not a planter. Can you go away, please?
But I vlogged it before.
No, can you go away, please? Can you please go away?
My eye hurts.
Okay, I can't help you right now.
My eye hurts.
Do you want me to spray something in it?
Eye drops?
Yeah, they're gonna sting though.
Those eye drops.
Okay, can you please go away, close the door?
Eye drops.
Please don't do that right now.
Eye drops.
Okay, hold on a second. Did it go in? Okay. Roll your eyeball around. Thank you. Close the door. Okay. Okay, so this one has some dirt on here. I'm gonna try to spray it off. This is all I'm doing is just spraying it off. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to put it in the mix. There we go. Okay, we're good. Now we got a baby here. That one needs to be cut. That one got cut too much. Okay. That's sphagnum. There we go. These are tiny babies, bro. There we go. There's a baby. Put that there. These babies I just pretty much pulled out of the sphagnum. And then now we see, look, this is a whole baby. I just separated them from the leaf not too long ago and planted them. And they took to really quick. See? So, I'm definitely going to be putting them in here, making sure they sit in the quick start. So you can see them all in there. Okay. Okay. Now, that one's easy. There we go. That has the soil off of it. I don't like that. Has a little bit, some of these leaves are already too like flaccid. So we're gonna cut those off. Too limpy. Just gonna chop them off. Those were from previous planting. And I would prefer not to have them looking like that. Just a good time to make them nice and trimmed. That's all lucky looking. Just makes it easier to make it a smooth transition. Okay. There we go. That's done. Now, let's see what this is. Oh, this was a whole... Oh, shoot. I remember planting this. I remember starting this, actually. I remember this. This is Ramblin' Lace. Yeah. Okay. Actually, let's clean it up just a little more. Okay. Let's take this here. This is spag. I started this here in the bag. So we don't want that in the Boon mix. These are all little babies, which they started up nice. Okay. I guess this is a good video kind of to demonstrate separation from leaf, mother leaf, because I just recently did this probably about a week ago, I think, and they took nicely, and I'm already putting them into the Boon mix, and from here they're gonna sit under these lights and this humidifier here, which is good because this is where my Thymay begonia sits, and if she can make it, these little trailers can make it. This Thymay has been the biggest pain in the butt. Trust me. If you're ever interested in begonia Thymays, I tell you, they're cheap, but you're going to need a greenhouse or a room that's at 84% humidity. This room is at 84% humidity. I have in this room, so these begonias, or these African violets really enjoy it in here. But this room is actually my aeroid room, and this aeroid room is has a lot of kind of rare philodendrons, I guess. I'm going to be getting a Spirit of Sanctity soon, which I know you guys are like African violet people, but I can talk about this, I can talk about that while I'm doing that. But Spirit of Sanctities are very expensive, and I plan on getting one soon, and it's going to go in this room. And African violets are going to be oh so lucky to hang out with it. So, okay, here we go. This is my littlest separated from a baby. Ramblin' lace. See, and it's pretty small, and it was surviving just fine. Okay, here's the last little baby that just got separated, and I didn't think it was going to make it, but it did, and it was doing just fine. It should do just fine. It has like a little leaf on here that's looking kind of wilty. Just gonna trim that off. Okay. There we go. Okay, that should be good. And I think we've got them all. Do you see any more? I don't see any more, but however, I do see a leaf. I don't start leaves, but I do start trailer leaves. And I just go snip, clean, and stick it in over here. Okay. All these leca balls, I'm going to save for later. Okay. Now, wipe my hands up. Okay. Take this over here. Put the scissors over here. Oh, this is Tovia automatic sprayer. It's a USB charge. Best thing ever. Best purchase ever. Just on Amazon. I love it. Every home has to have it. And in pink. But if you don't like pink, I mean, you can get other colors. Okay. So I cleaned this up to the best that I could. I have my Boon over here. And I have my spoon. Okay. Close the door, please. Okay. Okay, I'm on a filming. Please close the door. Please close the door. Okay, so we got this one sitting here. They're not big enough yet to go so low. Yes. Okay. There we go. Okay. The babies are all going to go in the corner on this side over here. I have a couple of wilty leaves. Just going to chop off real quick. with my scissors. It's just for grooming practices. I just don't like to have yucky leaves on there. Okay, and I like to have the roots kind of spread down a little bit. Okay. Okay. Since I know that these are two different types of trailers, I'm going to plant them on either side. Normally you would keep different plants, different African violets separate, but with trailers you can plant trailers together because they're just trailers and they have multiple crowns. Some people ask what are trailers? Trailers are African violets that have multiple crowns that trail down. So as they get older, they will trail down off the sides. So I can kind of show you an example. So as you can see with this one, here's this African violet trailer. You can see it's starting here, but it's going out and it's heading out over here. It's gonna probably start going off the side as it gets bigger. I see some pieces here. This one is in leca. This one loves it here. I like this one in leca because what the heck? Okay, I like this one in leca because this one I can feel the leca balls. I can feel the leca balls with the nutrient mix, and I can also feel the base of the tray, the base tray with the nutrient mix. I feel the nutrient mix with the base with half ratio, and then this part inside I fill with full mix, and I'll fill it with full mix like say one time, and then as the plant uses it completely, then I will fill it with water about a third of the way inside. Yeah, a third of the way inside. So that plant, as you can see, it's really liking it a lot. Okay, so now we got one right here. Sorry, I mean, sometimes my brain runs at about 1,000 miles a minute, so I have to search for the right words. That's why sometimes it kind of takes me a while to slow my brain down a bit to speak. Okay. Actually, let's put this, I don't know if you can see me here. I'm going to put the babies together. I don't want them to crush, so I'm putting them together. There we go. 2 here. I have 3. 4. And then this mini that snuck in. As it gets bigger, I'll probably take it out. I'll take it out and put it in one of these. I find that violets are really enjoying these pots, and I'll show you. Let me show you here in a second. Sorry, I see a bunch of leaves that need to be trimmed. Okay. They're really enjoying these pots. These Oyama pots. This is Hunter's Lil Pissa. They really like these pots a lot. And this is also in the Boon bonsai mix. And then, I don't know if you saw that other video that I posted the other day. This one here. But I remember that one that I planted. This is the other Ramblin' Lace in the bonsai mix. Look at it. It loves it. It has flowers right here. See? Yeah, so you can see it loves it. That right there is that the main? That's not the mother plant. That's another baby. I just keep growing these and growing these. I just keep pulling these off of the main plant. It's one of my favorites, actually, this Ramblin' Lace. Okay. And so what you do for the first night after you transplant it is, for the first night, you just take this and then you just spray it. You just spray it around just to give it that extra boost. And what I do is I insert a little bit of this with Quick Start. So I have a bottle with Quick Start of one of these, and in a sprayer. So this in a sprayer, and that just kind of gives it that extra added moisture to keep the leaves firm. Now, when I put them in leca, though, there's really nothing that kind of keeps the leaves from going through that limp stage. You just kind of have to let it go limp for a little bit, and then it will eventually lift up again. You just kind of have to let it do its thing. put this guy in here. Oh wait, there's babies on here. Babies! This guy's like, yay, she's accepting me into the program. She's accepting me into the trailer program. I've become one of them. Just for now, you little mini you. Just for now. You're lucky that you're a micro. Whoever you are. Because I only buy micros and minis. We'll find out who you are when you get a flower, and then I'll have to buy a oyama pot just for you, and out you go. It's pretty though. Okay, now let's get a hole for the rest of these babies. Okay. Trailer going in there. Okay, we are almost done. Trailer in there. And last but not least, this baby trailer. And we are done. Make sure they're all tucked in for the night. Should we read them a bedtime story? What kind of? Let's read them M. Night Shyamalan. I should scare the crap out of them. Or who's this? A Guillermo del Toro story. Oh, poor babies. That would scare you. That would scare the bejesus out of you. Give them no fight to live at all. I'd wake up and then they would be dead. They'd be like this. Okay. Enough of the funnies. We're almost done. We're almost done. Tuck them all in. No Guillermo del Toro for them. Stephen King's not even fun. I mean, not even scary, so. They would just be doing nothing. Okay. Okay. Now, I have the lights on. So, since I have the lights on, don't want to burn holes in their leaves. They're such nice leaves. So you don't really want to get nice little sunburnt leaves. Nobody wants all that. Don't want it, don't need it, don't love it. Okay. What's this? Is this a baby? I forgot you? Oh no. It's a tiny baby. Okay, let's use it. I don't know if this one's going to survive, but whew, we can't give up on any babies. There we go. Okay. Never give up on babies. Okay. We're done with the quick start. Where are we going to put all my, man? I have so many plants. Like, look. Do you see all that? I don't have any place. That's just my bedroom. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to put these guys down. I'm going to tuck them away right over here next to this lemon lime philodendron. Okay. They're over here. Also, so there's this really cool thing before we do the Petrocosmeas, and we're like at an hour, so I'm going to speed it up. Okay. Because we're done. So I don't have bugs, but in the summertime, I get mosquitoes. And sometimes there's gnats, but they go there. And that is a bug zapper. That's also a disinfectant. And at the top of it, I pull it out and I charge my phone. Phone fits on top of this thing. This thing is the best thing ever. It's like 30 bucks. Okay. Let's do this real quick and we're done. Here we go. This is the smallest little self-watering pot ever. Oops, we need more. Here we go. Petrocosmea. These things are the cutest thing ever. If you do not have one, I highly recommend that you get one. They are so cute. They are so symmetrical and flat as pancakes. They lay out. And they have the cutest little flowers ever. And you can start them just like you do violets by leaves. They are so cute. I love them. Got them at a violet show, actually. And the Gesneriads show was right next to it. That's why I got them there. You see how fast that was? Now you know why Boon, the Boon bonsai mix is the easiest and best way to do it. Okay. There we go. Done and done. Oh, dude. I totally forgot. How the hell? Okay. How are they going to survive without any water? There we go. Okay, I just added the water in there. Okay, that's a minute. Okay, now for the leaves. Okay, this is going over there. Okay, the sulfur goes in there. Marathon goes in there. I didn't do it mostly because I forgot, but you just do like a little bit of measurement with that. I'm gonna do this later off camera, but you just basically put a little bit, just like a little bit like this. I'm gonna do this right now. Shoot. I'm messing with stuff. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I just added that in there. So you just add just a little bit of that in there. It's not a big deal. That just helps with the growth. It's a fungus, you know. Okay, so this, I'll do one on camera so that way you know, but off camera I'm going to do the rest. So, scissors. Same as you would with violets. See? Shoo. Stick them in a bag with sphagnum. And you just sit them in there, zip the bag shut. We're done. Bye. Sorry it was so long. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You could have skipped ahead if you wanted. Bye.